Today we will begin section 8.2. We will be covering this section over the next 2 days, and by the end of this section, you will be able to find the sine, cosine, and tangent of an acute angle, and you will also be able to use the trigonometric ratios to find the side lengths in a right triangle. Let's start off with some definitions. A trigonometric ratio is a ratio of two sides of a right triangle. I also want to point out the symbol that comes up a lot on this page. It looks like a 0 with a line through the middle. We call that theta. So this symbol theta just represents whatever angle it is that we are talking about. So first off, let's start with sine of theta. So sine of theta equals the opposite side of a triangle divided by the hypotenuse of a triangle. So when I say opposite, I mean whichever angle of the triangle we are talking about, the opposite side would be the one that is across from that specific angle. So sine of theta, we can actually abbreviate as just sin of theta. And then we can abbreviate our fraction terms by just writing OPP for opposite over HYP for hypotenuse. Then we can abbreviate it even further by just saying S equals O over H. So you're going to see this represented in all three of those forms. Usually the shortcuts will be a good way for you to study and remember what these things mean. Next, let's go to cosine. So cosine of theta is adjacent, meaning next to. So the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. So when I say adjacent, I mean whatever angle we're talking about, it's the leg that is touching or forming that angle, not the one that's across. So we can abbreviate this by just saying COS for cosine equals adjacent ADJ over HYP for hypotenuse. And then the most simplified version would just be C equals A over H. All right, lastly we have tangent. So tangent of theta is going to be your opposite side from your angle divided by your adjacent side. And then we can abbreviate that as just tan of theta equals OPP for opposite over ADJ for adjacent. And then the most simplified version, T equals O over A. Then at the bottom here, you'll see spelt out SOHCAHTOA, and that's another really great way to remember these different